Mark 14:35 says, Jesus went a little farther and he fell on the ground and prayed. Some Christians are satisfied with only a surface level relationship with Jesus, and others desire to share the holiest moments with him. And on the night that Jesus had a sacred prayer in the Garden of Gethsemane, people responded to him in different ways. There were some who were entirely unaware of what was going on and where Jesus was. And I know that there's times where I'm distracted by my own thoughts, my phone, whatever it may be, and I miss where Jesus is moving. And then there was Judas, who knew where Jesus was, but he was too busy to be there because of his own sinful schemes. And I know that there have been times in my life where I choose my own will, my own way, instead of what God may have for me. And then there were the rest of the disciples who joined Jesus in the garden, but were distracted by sleep. And Jesus told them the urgency of the hour, but they didn't comprehend it. And I know that there have been moments where I have chosen sleep where I should be awake, or I choose to sleep in instead of practice my morning devotions with God. And there was this inner circle of disciples, Peter, James, and John, who initially prayed with Jesus, but they didn't fully grasp the significance of this moment. And ultimately, Jesus prayed alone. He went farther than the disciples. He prayed longer than them. And at this greatest moment of intercession in human history, there was no one willing to go with Jesus and watch him. And throughout history, God has looked for those who are willing to yield everything to him and his desire to redeem our world. And at times, God has marveled that no one has been willing to go with him. And I think the prophets are people who grasp this more than the common people. Right, while society carried on as if nothing were wrong, the prophets were agonizing over what they knew God was preparing to do. And God is calling me and you to go into a deeper prayer life with him. And if you're willing to be the person that Jesus can go with into those sacred moments, you will experience the things that only the heavens got to share with Jesus in the garden in that night. So let's choose to dive deeper in our prayer lives.